Everyone. Gonna give it a couple minutes. If you guys can hear me, give me a thumbs up that the audio is all good. Hope everybody had a fantastic Thanksgiving. You guys ate a lot. Hopefully, the weekend was good money wise. Man, I feel like I ate a lot of turkey on Thanksgiving. I had a really good turkey too. I know it was like something simple like a butterball turkey, but man, sucker fell apart. I had a hard time carving it. That's like the best kind. Hey, Michelle, how are you? Happy Tuesday. If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up so I know the audio is good before we start tonight. Oh, hey, Thomas, how are you? Welcome back. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Thomas, you probably have been one of my very first subscribers. I feel like you've been with me forever. Oh, thank you for giving me the thumbs up. And Michelle, thank you so much. You are amazing. You've been with me for a while too. So thank you so much for all of your guys' support. I love having you. I love doing these lives now. I feel like I'm so connected with you guys when I do them, and I actually have a chance to actually interact and talk with you, and I have a lot of fun doing these lives. So I'm excited to be here tonight. Oh, hey Anthony, how are you? We're going to get started in like maybe 2 minutes. Let people come in. Before we or while we're getting started, everybody take a moment right now. Give this live a thumbs up. That is the best way of helping this live get out there. So take a minute before we get started. Give this live a thumbs up. So welcome back. Thank you. Thanks, Michelle. I love you guys too. I wish I could meet all of you guys. I think it would be so much fun. I feel like I interact with so many of you that it would be, hey Matt, how are you? That it would be just a blast for all of us to get together at some point. You had a slow day. I didn't work today. Yesterday was, I'll say, okay. I did take the night off, um, and the afternoon was like okay yesterday, but I really wanted to go see the Christmas lights last night with my family, so I'm really glad that I took the night off and we spent some time together. So I kind of worked a half a day yesterday. I'm slacking. I worked a half a day yesterday and I took today off. So sorry, our area wasn't that good today. There really wasn't much going on in our area. Even like I was out driving today. I had a lot of running around to do. There wasn't even a lot of people out, doing running around, except in that crazy intersection of New and Spring. I mean, that crazy railroad intersection. Thank you guys. This is one of the reasons why like I started this channel because I just wanted to motivate and inspire people and really know that, I feel like if a mom from New Jersey can go out and do this, like, and it's not about the money, like I feel like anybody can just, go out and do this and have fun doing it. And like to me that's the point. Like I just have fun. Like I have fun doing this, and why not take you guys along with me for the ride? And whatever happens, happens, and I show you guys what it's like, the good, the bad, the ugly, the fun. But that's really why I do it, and you guys actually inspire me every day that I go out and do it. So thank you. You guys say your inspiration. You guys are my inspiration. That's why I get so involved in the comments, and really I love interacting with you guys because I don't protest to know everything, but you guys might not know something. And thank you, Matt. You sent me an Instagram message yesterday about a new feature that I didn't even see or even, I guess, pay attention to. So thank you. And those of you guys who need to get a hold of me or want to message me, I'm on Instagram. You could message me that way as well. I tried to get back to you really quickly. Sorry, Matt, I didn't get back to you quite quickly yesterday just because I was having some family time last night. So sorry about that. But I really do try to get back to you guys as quick as I possibly can. Oh, hey, Lisa, how are you? Lisa's been with us for my friend Lisa has been with us, my New Jersey buddy who comes to visit New Jersey. So thank you, Lisa. Oh, Lisa, that's awesome. So Lisa says, someone I know told me she is going to start dashing part time, and I sent her one of your earlier videos. Oh, that's awesome. Hopefully it was a bad one because in like the beginning, oh, I was a little rough around around the edges. I'll be the first one to admit I was rough around the edges. I feel like I didn't even to this day, I feel like I don't know what I'm doing half the time. I just kind of piece it together. But I'm telling you, if you can probably get a really good laugh if you go to a lot of my um, shorter, or I should say shorter and younger videos. But it's really funny. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. I was reading like Michelle's at the same time. It's like reading everybody else's. Hi, Henry. How are you? Hi, Diane. You're out driving. Please stay safe. Listen to me. Don't watch me, but please stay safe while you're out there. But get some money while you're doing it. Michelle, hey, the car is back on the road. That's such good news. I'm so happy for you. New motor mounts, controlled arm bushings, and alignment, $900, but she's back on the road. Ouch, that hurts, but I'm so glad you're back out on the road. It must make you feel so much better to get back out there. So today, I know, Michelle, you were saying that you were getting snow for the past couple of days. I guess you're getting some snow. We actually had some snow flurries today. It was kind of fun to see. I'm like, oh, snow is starting, but at the same time, I'm like, no, snow, don't start. Please don't start. I have a love-hate relationship with snow. I love looking at it. I hate driving in it, and I hate shoveling it. So it can stay up in the sky for a little while longer. So let me know if you guys are starting to experience snow by your area. Ugh, ugh. I'm like, ugh. So anyway, guys, take a moment right now. Go give this live a thumbs up before we get started. That way we get that out of the way. If you're new and you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe right now as well. I go live every Tuesday at 8 o'clock. So you guys get me for the duration of however long that we get chatting tonight. So hopefully you guys can sit back, relax, enjoy. And I have three topics to talk about tonight. So the first one, we talked a little bit about it last week. I'm going to talk more about it today. It's holiday tipping. That's like the first topic we'll talk about. And then today is Giving Tuesday. So I want to just talk to you about giving back during the holiday times, especially to merchants, what I've been doing. And then from a business perspective, kind of how that's been helping me out. So, and it's the holiday season. Who doesn't love to give during the holiday season? So we'll talk about that tonight. And then last thing is the increase of orders. I know I've been seeing it. I'll talk about my DoorDash only day I had a couple of days ago, which was, I'm pretty sure I shocked you know what out of you guys by since I'm such a true multi-apper, doing an all DoorDash day. So we'll talk about that and how DoorDash is doing in my area because I'm curious in your own areas if you're seeing anything different. So we'll talk about that tonight. Yes, Thomas Giving Tuesday. So supposedly it's a thing. It's like an actual like day in the United States. It's called Giving Tuesday, and it's really dedicated for everybody to give back to their communities or even give back to anybody, random acts of kindness. And you guys know me, kindness is always free. So anything about giving back, I am all about it. So yeah, so happy Giving Tuesday. I love it. I just think it's a really fantastic idea. It really is all about like the whole entire day is supposed to be about like giving back to your community. Any volunteer work that you do, like that type of thing, and really, giving back and being thankful and you know I just love it because you know me. Kindness. Literally, it takes nothing to be kind. So that's why I always say kindness is always free. So I was kind of already doing it, and I had actually already a plan in place for today that actually um goes along with it. So it kind of worked out that it was Giving Tuesday. So, but anyway, we'll get into that tonight today. So those are the three topics that we'll talk about tonight. So I'm actually really excited to get into those topics. Huh, it's raw footage of a new dasher. She's already seen all of mine. It's definitely raw, I'm pretty sure. I'm telling you, my earlier videos, I go back and I look at them and go, "Oh my god, what was I doing? What was I thinking?" It's kind of entertaining. So if you guys ever have time, go back to some of my earlier videos and binge watch because you'll get a good entertainment out of it. Yeah, I think I love it. I love the concept of it. I love everything. Will you talk about YouTube income? I can talk about YouTube income. I can kind of put that on my docket for the end of my live stream today. Is there anything specific about YouTube income that you want to know about or how it works? I'll be more than happy to, shed some light on it. Just let me know specifics on what you're looking for. Oh, you're from Mount Laurel. Hi from New Jersey and Mount Laurel. So I used to travel to Cherry Hill a couple of years ago. So I actually know your area quite well. Mm. No snow, Iowa. No snow in Iowa yet, but had flurries. I love snow. Oh, birthday! Happy birthday! Yay! I love birthday celebrations. So happy birthday! Aw, thank you. You're beautiful. Thank you. That's very sweet of you. Are you a top dasher? I am not a top dasher. So I try to do a jersey, um, a road to top dasher as a multi-apper. And I try to live by the principles that I live and preach by and still multi-app. And I tried it for a month and I'll be honest, like during the time I was doing it, I wasn't doing so well with my acceptance rates because there were a couple things I wouldn't like go back on. Like I wouldn't take a no tip offer or 275 offer in my area, and I wouldn't. What else were my? I wouldn't do anything less than $1 per mile. So at the time, like DoorDash wasn't giving me great, fantastic stuff. So I really did not do well with my road to top dasher, even though I did try. But the funny thing is, so, and we'll go into this tonight as well. So DoorDash in my area has been like on fire. And I've been taking more orders and they've been sending me more offers. They've been sending me a lot of stacked orders. Like that's one of the reasons why I did an all DoorDash day. I really wanted to see in my own area, what DoorDash was really capable without multi-apping. Because I know a couple of you guys only do DoorDash or only do Uber Eats. So I really wanted to see it from your perspective as someone who just does one app. So that's the reason why I did it, but I'm like, I can't believe it. If I would have known I would have been this close, I probably would have worked today to see if it was possible. But right now, I'm at a 59% acceptance rate, which is so weird because I wouldn't have a month ago when I was trying to be a top dasher, I couldn't even get to like 45%. So it's really interesting. But no, I know this is a really long answer to an answer to your question. But no, I am not a top dasher, but maybe someday. Who knows what the cards may hold. No, dark blocking staying. Did you notice Uber Eats not posting a full balance at the end of deliveries? No, I haven't seen that. To be honest with you, are you starting to see that in your area? I have to be honest, like Uber Eats used to be like my number one premier app to use. Like it used to be like my go-to app. I knew I was going to make money. Like there were weeks that I was making just like $1,000 on Uber Eats alone. And then all of a sudden, it was like, I think it was like towards the end of the summer, something with Uber Eats changed in my area. And now I'm not getting even close to the orders that I was normally getting. And DoorDash has like stepped it up in my area and they are really coming through. And I feel like we've swapped roles that DoorDash is now becoming, my number one. And yeah, now Uber Eats is becoming like my number two. Grubhub is usually like my number three app. And I, Grubhub in my area, like I'm not, I'll be honest, I like it, but there's a lot of faults with it that I'm not crazy about in my area. They're not as busy. That's first thing. The orders are to me are just okay. But and the thing with Grubhub for me in my area, like the wait times at restaurants are like sometimes like out of control. And if a DoorDash order or Uber Eats order comes in before a Grubhub order, I will always take them because I can turn over orders quicker than a Grubhub order. But I don't know. It's been very, very strange lately. Not in a good way because I'm still, I'm still making money. Oh, Diane, that's awesome. Go get that order. $11 for 2 miles. Go get that one. Put me down and go get that order. That's awesome. Uh, Frugal D, my AR is normally around 8%, and I'm hanging around 38% mark. Thought I was doing it. That's awesome. See, and are you noticing the same thing in your area as well? Because I, I normally would have never in a million years been at this acceptance rate. And even when I was trying for Top Dasher, like I couldn't even get this far. So I'm like, we're like, this is literally coming out of nowhere. I mean, I'm happy about it, but Dan, what day is your birthday? I'm just curious. My mom just had her birthday last week. It was her 70th birthday, so we celebrated that last week. But a lot of November and I know a lot of December babies too. Frugal D, Uber Eats has been getting better in my area due to the holidays coupons they're giving out. Yeah, I haven't. I hope I see it soon. I haven't, but they have been giving a lot of promos. I will say this though, DoorDash has been sending like I've been seeing commercials like nonstop on TV, even on like Facebook ads. Like I feel like they're advertising like crazy all over the place. Where Uber Eats is sending out a lot of promos, which it's great. They're getting business out of it, but I don't know how much that's gonna. I'll be honest. They've done this in the past, and I feel like every time, like I got in my email, I think it was like $20 off of a $25 or more. I think that was my latest one that I got from Uber Eats. But then I'm thinking, okay, if I'm ordering as a customer, if I'm ordering a $50 meal and I have a $20 coupon, and I still order $50 worth of food, am I going to tip my driver on $30 or $50? Most likely a customer is going to tip them on $30, not the $50. So then our tips become lighter as well. So promos sometimes aren't always I mean, it gets them a lot of business and it gets more orders, but sometimes it's not the best thing for drivers as far as tipping wise is concerned because our tips go down, more promos. Oh, December 9th. Okay, fantastic. Hey, William, how are you? Long time no see. Okay, so first topic. So holiday tipping, and I feel like I just a little bit talked about this just by this. So I went over this a little bit last week that I thought with the Thanksgiving and leading up to Thanksgiving, I was starting to see a lot more, bigger tips come in. And then, the Thanksgiving weekend happened. And during Thanksgiving weekend, like I had some rocking days during like Black Friday was a kick, what day. Like it was amazing. And but a lot of like larger orders were coming in, but customers were tipping better. And um it kind of goes back to my poll that I did last week, because I know me during the holidays, I tend to tip more because it's the holidays. You want to give back to your drivers who are out there serving you food while you're sitting in your warm, cozy house. So it kind of goes back to my poll. I think 65% basically say that yeah, you guys tip more during the holidays. I just know me, like and I do McDonald's a lot just because it's close, and I never want a DoorDasher to come anywhere from far away, like just because I hate going distances myself as a driver. So I try to do anything close to the house. But, on a $20 order, I'll tip like $6 to $8. But, I've been tipping like $10 to $12 just because it's the holiday and you want to do something fun and exciting for your dasher. So I know me, I've been tipping more, so it makes me feel as though um other customers are going to be tipping more as well. So let me know if you guys are finding the same things in your area as well. Like I've been seeing an increase in, with DoorDash and also with Uber Eats, I've been seeing a lot more hidden tips. And the way I personally view hidden tips, like I feel like hidden tips to me are a bonus. Like I'm not expecting them because I've already accepted the offer that DoorDash has given me. To me, it's a fun guessing game. At least I find it's a fun guessing game. Is if I look at the item count and I look at, the amount, and then I look at subtotals. I'm like, okay, this could go up, but if it does go up, I'm like, score, it went up. It's not like I'm expecting hidden tips, but it's nice when it happens. Same thing with Uber Eats, that $8, when you see a $8 tip, that it's expected that it's probably going to be a hidden tip. And usually Uber Eats orders are paying well as it is, so even better if it goes up and there's hidden tips. But anyway, I've been seeing a lot more hidden tips on both of those platforms this past week, which I think is pretty awesome. So that's exciting. I had I think it was supposed to be a $22 stacked order on Uber Eats over the weekend. It ended up being $38, which I think that's like one of the like the perfect like scenario that you're like, yes, finally. And then also with DoorDash, I think I put a couple of them in my videos, but I've been seeing I had that Panera order that someone left me a $20 tip, so it ended up being I think a $22 or $23 order. So I've definitely seen an increase in tips, you know, over the weekend. And I'm thinking, and maybe this is just, my logical thinking, that, Christmas time is coming. You're going to see, unless you're a top dasher, I mean, I don't know whether we'll actually see catering orders. I know a couple of you are top dashers and you take catering orders because you are top dashers. But we might see bigger orders because offices might be ordering for their staff lunches and so on and so forth. So I'm hoping we're going to actually start seeing even bigger increases. Holiday parties are coming up. People just want to take care of their employees during the holiday time. So I don't know. I think Christmas is going to be good, but I'm always saying, like, I feel like this time is here, that finally our slow time has almost come to an end and we're coming into like our peak time. And like I always say, work when you can work, because get the good and while the getting's good, because the tips are coming in, the money is coming in. And me personally, anytime I make money over my goal, I'm personally putting that money to aside and putting it in like my little nest egg. So that way, when the slow times are coming, like I have that nest egg to fall under and I'm not going to be like, oh, it's the slow time again. Like I'm already prepared for the slow time coming because I'm capitalizing on the time that I'm out and the money that I'm making. And I'll always say, get the money while you can. But I really think that, the holidays are probably one of the best times for us as drivers. And I really have been noticing really an increase in my area. And then the funny thing is, so this just happened to me yesterday. Oh, hey, Rideshare Rodeo, how are you? Welcome. So this just happened to me yesterday. So I had an Outback order yesterday, and there was a customer waiting with me in like their little lobby area, and she was asking me questions about she had DoorDash because I was getting a DoorDash order, and she was just really inquisitive on how it works, and she orders DoorDash anyway, but she was picking up her order, and she goes, "Yeah, I just gave this nice lady a $20 cash tip because I know that they don't tax on cash tips, and I do that with my DoorDash driver." And I said, "I hope I'm not stepping over any bounds here, and I apologize if I am, but can I say something?" And I educated her on the fact that, by not putting a tip in the app, it comes through as a driver as a no tip order. So it might delay your food, even though your intentions are good and you're still planning on giving your driver a really good tip. Your intentions might not translate to the driver. And she goes, "Really? I had no idea. That's why my food is never here on time." And I said, "Yeah, unfortunately it is." But I feel like a lot of our customers still are educated. And I think that's some, not all of them, but I think some of our customers um, still have that mentality. And she was an older lady, so I can understand her thinking and her logic behind it. But she goes, "Oh my God, I'm totally changing that. Like the next time I do DoorDash, I had absolutely no idea." And I felt bad kind of educating her on it, but I didn't want her to not get her food at the same time. But the other day it was a $5 order. It was only going like 1.2 miles, so I took it. Lo and behold, I'm like, I don't the the deliver to time was like a half hour late. So I'm like, this is totally like a no tip order. Like I totally got suckered into this order, but it's all good. So I go to deliver this order, and it was a hand it to me customer, and the customer gave me an $8 cash tip, and it was because she was handing me a cash tip, not tipping in the screen. So you know I think there are not all customers. I still think customers don't tip just because they don't tip, so I'm not going to go back on that. But I do feel like some, obviously, they don't watch YouTube, or they don't watch me, or they really don't know what goes on in the thoughts of a driver, and they might think their intentions are good, but it's backfiring them. And sometimes you need to educate people on how things work in order to kind of get their mindset changed, and that's exactly what happened this week. So now that I just rambled on and told you all my stories from this week. Kevin, hey Kevin, DoorDash is better in the daytime in dinner rush, but Uber Eats is better after 9 p.m. Yeah, I always feel like Uber Eats doesn't come alive in my area until like 6:30, 7 o'clock, and that's like maybe lately. To me, I feel like it's become a weekend app for me. I had a fluke for a little while at the beginning of the week last week, maybe because it was leading up to the holiday, but I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on in Uber Eats in my area. I don't know. Yeah, you love those late nights. I'm a little jealous that you're making some money late at night. Oh, Thomas, thank you so much for Giving Tuesday. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the super chat. So nice of you. And thank you for always being with me. You've been with me almost from the beginning. I think you came in at like number like 15 subscribers. So thank you. You've been with me for a really long time and I appreciate it. Mm. Yeah, you love that lava. I'm gonna you know what? I think you're gonna inspire me one day if I can convince my husband to let me stay out past a certain time. But you might inspire me to do a late night shift just because I've never done a late night shift. You know, there's been a couple people who wanted me to do like a 24-hour challenge, and I'm like, I might be a little too old for a 24-hour challenge at this point, but I don't know. You might inspire me one day to do a late night shift. Oh, happy birthday to your granddaughter, Diane. December 19th, you guys are so close together. Yeah, DoorDash like it literally kicks butt during the day. There are some days like I feel like the afternoons and mornings are sometimes better than the evenings, and that's why sometimes I work like a couple of or earlier shifts just to see whether mornings and afternoons might be better than like nighttime. So I've been playing with that a little bit in my area. It fluctuates up and down. I feel like you can never predict when people are going to order and when you're going to get the most amount of money, but usually during peak times, obviously, because people are ordering their meals. But yeah, I've been playing around with some times in my area, and I always encourage you guys to do the same thing because that's how you start to learn what hours to work, what hours don't work. You know, you might, work in the middle of the night and like Kevin and learn that it's like the best thing ever in your area and sit at Wawa and get all those Wawa orders. William, my tips used to always be higher than my DoorDash pay, but it's vice versa now. And that's majority of my orders are shopping and merchant drive orders. Oh, interesting, William. That's good to know. Huh. I've been, oh, that's another thing. Yeah, let me know also. So there's been talk about people not seeing when you get a shop and pay, like a Rite Aid or a CVS or a Walgreens, that you're not seeing items any longer. I just got one yesterday and I was able to still see items. So I don't know whether it's certain parts of the country. I'm not sure. I don't sure, but my area hasn't seen that yet. But it would kind of, I don't. That would be a hindrance on whether you accept to me would whether you would accept the shop and pay order because if it's 3 items or 20 items, like that's a big deal and it's more time on your end. And I'm not shopping for 20 items if it's going to be like a $6 order. I'm just saying it's not worth your time. Lisa, Christmas time is when customers spend their money. It is so true. I'm telling you, get out there and make your money while you can. Now is the time. And like, I feel like I'm like late to the game and I just thought of this today and it's totally too late for this because it's the last day of the month. But I'm like, if I would have known that I was this close to being top dasher, I'm like, man, I have gone for the top dasher at this point. I probably just needed like a day or two to get the top dasher, and I would have been top dasher during Christmas, which probably would have been smart. But I didn't think that far ahead. I was just so shocked that I was even close to that I think about that. But now I'm telling you, Christmas time is the time to get out there and make your money. Thomas, I've saved for Christmas lately with extra hidden tips. Yeah, that's great. That's such great advice. Um, I always say save when you can. I feel like you can never save enough, especially with what we do. So, hey, Sarah, how are you? I feel like you can never save enough money ever. So, if you're doing that with your hidden tips, I think that's a fantastic idea. I totally might steal that from you, by the way, because I think that's a really good idea. That's a I you guys teach me stuff. That's a really good idea. I might steal it from you. Thank you, William. I couldn't just sit there and not say anything to this poor lady who thinks that, it's a good thing to cash tip, which it is a good thing to cash tip. I mean, I get it. And I grew up on, cash tipping myself. Like that's the era that I grew up in. But I did. I had to tell her. I'm like, listen, I said, your food might be not getting to you just because of that. I'm telling you. And I think she was more grateful that I said something and then I was upfront about it because she's like, I would have never known that. How as a customer, how would I know that? And I said, hey, I get it, but you know what? Now you know, and now you know the inner workings of DoorDash. And she goes, oh, thank you so much. She was a really, really sweet lady, so I'm really glad that I got the time to spend with her because it was really, really sweet of her. She was really sweet. Yeah, I wish there was a way of letting, like, I wish there was, and I know this isn't, I know it's probably not feasible under however the inner workings of the apps are concerned, but I wish there was a way of letting the driver know, cash, obviously as you're taking the order, cash tip at delivery, or that somebody who has that mentality, and I felt bad for the poor lady. I just felt bad. Yeah, I wish there was a way of a customer doing that. I mean, she can't be the only one out there that wants to tip in cash. Like a lot of people do want to tip in cash, and heck, for us, it would be a really good thing because then it wouldn't be through the app. But then I guess I don't know. I guess it does become like a tax issue and a 1099 issue. I don't know how that works, and I don't know. Right along 980, it's true. App companies are always looking for ways to get you to take the garbage orders. That's why they're more likely to hide information like that. Hey, it is really, really true. Yeah. So can you guys see the tree? So my tree's been up since was it the last week in October? I think was it before Halloween or maybe right after Halloween? I am such like I am like the Christmas the Christmas cheer. What was that? Cheer is it Cheermeister that from the Grinch Who Stole Christmas? Like I feel like I'm like the epitome of Christmas. Like I have my Christmas chairs behind me. I love Christmas. I love Christmas music. I love spreading cheer and happiness. Like it's the best time of year. Isn't that fun? Lisa, you would do a 24-hour challenge with me? Okay, so maybe I'll have to try to convince my husband to do see if I can do it a 24-hour challenge. If I do, I will let you know. And you know what, we can do a good collab on that. That would actually be a lot of fun. Thomas, I was shocked to see you do only DoorDash, but I sure worked for you. So, okay, so let's talk about DoorDash for half a second. So, well, actually, it's going to be more than a half a second, so you might want to sit back and get comfy. So, as I was saying before, so DoorDash, like I something like flipped the switch. I don't know what it is in my area that DoorDash, like all of a sudden, was just like it started one day where orders were just coming in, and I'm like, okay, I'll take this order, and okay, like when it was like a Monday or a Tuesday where orders aren't very plentiful. So I was just taking orders because you know me, I can't sit still and I sit in my car and do absolutely, it literally drives me insane. So as long as it was like $1 per mile, I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? So I started just taking orders. And the more orders I took, like the more stacked orders I got from them. And like the right up until Thanksgiving, even through Thanksgiving weekend, like I can't tell you how many like triple stacked orders I was getting from DoorDash. And they are amazing, by the way, if you can get them in your area. Like, and a lot of them happen because the restaurants are either next to each other or like literally across the street from each other. And that's what's been happening in my area, and then the drop-offs are really close. Like, I was getting 3 orders and being able to complete them in, like, a half hour, and they would be, like, anywhere from, like, 18 to $25, and last week, I had, like, a triple stacked order that ended up being, like, $28, and I'm like, what's going on? What's going on, DoorDash? Where is this coming from?" And they've been showing up Grubhub and Uber Eats in my area to the point where I actually one day just kept DoorDash on for a while because it was order after order after order after order, and like it wouldn't even let Uber Eats or Grubhub get in an order. So then I was thinking, I'm like, okay, so if DoorDash is doing this well and I'm multi-apping, and I know a couple of you guys who subscribe to my channel. I know a couple of you guys only do one app, and it's perfectly fine. But I wanted to see from a perspective if I only had one app, going back to my roots. So I started on DoorDash, and DoorDash was the only app that I had at one point. So I wanted to go back to my roots and go, okay, I'm just gonna have a DoorDash only day just to kind of see what the day looks like. I'll be honest, I was really skeptical about doing an all DoorDash day because like I'm a true multi-apper through and through. Like I'm just a believer, like more opportunities, more money. And you guys know me, I'm all about hustling and getting money. And but at the same time, if DoorDash is sending me orders and is making me the most amount of money, see what they can do in my area. And then, of course, I'm a dork and I challenge myself, and I feel like I give myself lofty goals all the time. But I'm like, I wonder if I can still make my goal with a DoorDash only day. So that's kind of where the thought process came from. And when the day started, I'm like, I got through like the first like hour, and I'm like, that was a really good hour. Where did that come from? And then the second hour and the third hour, and I'm like I'm still averaging like close to $25 an hour. I'm like, where is this coming from? And then as the day progressed, I'm like, I think I really can do my goal. Like, I really think I can make it. And it kind of kept the momentum going. And I actually had fun doing it. So that's kind of where the DoorDash only day came from and where the concept came from. And I'm like, yeah, make a good video while I'm doing it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video as well. But yeah, it ended up being a really good day. So, I say DoorDash is good now, and I'm always in the now. Who knows what it's going to do in a month, 2 months, 3 months? I feel like these apps kind of flip flop back and forth and change back and forth because during the summer, I think I even did a video that said, DoorDash, what the heck are you doing? Like, I think I even put them on a time, like, I feel like put them on a timeout because the garbage orders I was getting from them were like, makes like your head spin. And now they've done a complete flip flop, and I'm like, yeah, DoorDash, go DoorDash. And I don't know. I wish I knew what was going on. I wish I knew what's going on with Uber because Uber, not so much. And then DoorDash, yay. So, but once again, come back to me in January after the holiday season is over with, and we might be talking a different story. But I always encourage you. And guys, I always say this is what works in my area. It might be completely different in your area, but I always say find the app that works well for you in your area and figure out what that is and almost like treat it as your number one app, whether it's Uber Eats, whether it's Grubhub, whatever it ends up being. Treat it like your number one app and your money maker and make that money, and then add in the other apps to make you even more money. And that's kind of what I'm doing right now in my area. So anyway, that was my whole long answer to the DoorDash only day. So yeah, Sarah, I'm telling you, I think a lot of us, if we didn't know better, I think I feel like a lot of us were raised that, cash is king. At least that's kind of the way that, whenever you even went out to a restaurant, you always, left a cash tip on the table. Like, I feel like a lot of the mentality of um, the way people are raised is okay, we're going to give someone a cash tip. And people just don't even really know better. They think they're doing the right thing. Like, I don't think they're there to really say, I'm not going to give a driver a tip. I do think some people do that. And I think there are people who just don't tip in period. But I really do believe that there's good people out there that want to give cash tips and they're not getting orders at the same time. But just just an observation. Kevin Trumbull, when I add up the numbers, late night is always better for me. Every market is different. I'm telling you, when you tell me some of your numbers, Kevin, like I'm like blown away by the amounts that you do late at night. That's what I'm telling you. You might inspire me, my friend. I'm just saying, you guys might see a late night video from me. Who knows? Uh, oh, thank you, thank you, Thomas. The way Kim works, it doesn't shock me that are making money, Miss Hustle. Thank you. I, you know, I think this, and I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, I feel like I don't do anything special. I go out, I take orders, and I deliver people's food. I think the thing is like, and this is just my own personal opinion. I'm probably gonna get, knocked for saying this, but it's all good. I feel like sometimes we're too busy looking at the tips and tricks and dissecting orders and really thinking about orders and instead of just taking orders, and that's exactly what I just do. Like I just take orders as long as it's makes sense. Like I just take orders. Like I'm not one to sit around and think about like what's there to think about. I'm taking the order, and the same thing goes. Like if I see a $20 order, I'm taking the order. Like I don't care what the miles are. I'm taking the order. It's 20 freaking dollars. So I think that's kind of where my hustle mentality comes in. I think that's where some of my money comes in. It's because I'm literally sometimes I'm just not thinking about it and I'm just taking orders. And I feel like sometimes we get lost in, and I'm guilty of it as well. Like sometimes I even dissect orders to the point where I'm like, Kim, what are you what are you doing? Like what are you doing? Why are you even thinking about this? Instead of just taking the orders. And I think that's where a lot of the hustling mentality comes from because I probably drive my husband literally nutty and batty because even if we're sitting watching TV or a movie, like I always have to be doing something. Like I just can't sit still. So it's taking orders. Like, come on, give me the orders. Come on, and like and I'm always. I don't I don't go over speed limits. I don't rush to people's houses. I'm still super safe. But like I just want to get to someone's house, drop it off, and go on to the next order. And that's another thing I will say is I've been noticing instead of doing like normally I like during the summer end of summer, like I was averaging two, maybe three orders an hour because I've been using a lot of DoorDash and a little bit of Uber Eats and a little bit of Grubhub. I've been turning orders quicker and I've been getting a lot more orders per hour. So I've been averaging three, four, five, sometimes six orders per hour, especially if you get that triple stacked order. Um, and I've been noticing that as well. I've been turning orders quicker, which ends up making more money in the long run as well. So you might be delivering a little bit more, but you're turning orders quicker, which gives you more money in the long run as well. Oh, thank you. Right along. 980. Kim puts everyone to shame with her hustle. I don't know about that. Right here, Rodeo. Oh my God. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, my friend. It is really super nice of you. Happy holidays to you as well. Thomas Mathis. Hey, Kim. I didn't. I had first triple stacked order in a year. wasn't bad at all. I'm telling you, I really like them, to be honest with you. It's either and the reason why I like them is a couple of reasons. First of all, is all the restaurants are usually in the same parking lot, in the same area, or you have to go across the street. So pickups are like really easy. Like I had one yesterday and it was Panera, Jersey Mike's, and they're in the same plaza. So I picked them up and I grabbed them. And as I literally grabbed the second order, another order came in for a restaurant that was actually at the drop off location of the two people I was delivering to. So right after I did the two deliveries, I then picked up an order was like right next to where the person's house was. So I literally grabbed it and then dropped off that one as well. And it was super easy. Like I feel like it's a quick way of making like 18 $20. I think that one was $22. So it's like a really good way of making quick money. If they offer it to you, I strongly suggest it. So that's another thing I will say about DoorDash. And I know some of you are reluctant to do this, but has worked for me this past week. $5.75 orders. I know some of you guys think it's too low to take, but I've been taking a couple of them this past week, even $4.75 orders from DoorDash. And I'll say 75 to 80% of the time, DoorDash puts on a stacked order. So it ends up being like an $11, $12, $13 stacked order onto that order. So even though you might only do like a $5, $6 order, it ends up being a stacked order and you end up actually getting more money out of it. So I've been noticing that in my area as well for DoorDash. So let me know if you guys have noticed that in your area as well. But I've been noticing if I've taken like a lower order, some of them end up being a stacked order. Yes, thank you, Thomas. I really appreciate it. So everybody, I'm going to take a sip of my soda. I usually do Coke or Dr. Pepper. I sometimes get that question. So it's either usually Coke or Dr. Pepper. Take a minute right now. Go out, give this video a thumbs up. It is the best way of helping me to get this live out in the world. So take a moment right now and go give this video a thumbs up. If you are new to my channel and this is your first time you're watching or you're thinking about it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. While you're hitting that thumbs up button, make sure the bell is turned on so you know when my latest videos are coming out. Kevin, if I did late night ride alongs, they would be boring. Wow, 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 wow. But hey, I was actually talking to Kevin, I was talking to my husband about this because I was telling him that you do late night orders and it's Wawa because I have a Wawa in my area. And I said, it must be nice just to have like one restaurant that you're going to get orders from. Like it must be kind of like easy. Like you sit in the Wawa parking lot and if you get an order, you're right there, you go delivery and you come back because it's the only restaurant open. So you know where you're going. You don't have to venture very far and you're saving on gas, you're saving on miles and you know where you're going. I could be wrong on that, but that was my logic on your late night because I was trying to convince him to let me go out and do a late night shift. Diane, are we able to drive 24 hours with the app? So Uber Eats, you're not. You're only allowed to drive, I think, 12 hours, 10 or 12 hours. I think it's 12 hours, and then they cut you off. DoorDash, you can do 24 hours, and Grubhub has like that like wacky time frame. Like they open up at 6 o'clock in the morning, but in my area they only go until I think like 11 o'clock. Thank you, Lisa. It is 12 hours, and then they only go through until I think it's like 11 o'clock in my area. So Grubhub is a little wacky. Like they actually close down their app so you can't order after a certain point. So yeah, it would be DoorDash if I do 24 hours. Or if I time Uber, I would have to time like get the timings down, like not start Uber like during the morning. I'm trying to think if I only during the morning, if I only do DoorDash and Grubhub and kind of save Uber for like later, like later on, like from like 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. since Uber Eats is better at nighttime for me. I think that could work, but there would be definitely have to be. I feel like there has to be a strategy behind everything, but there would be definitely a strategy. We can go to William's Market. He dashes all night long. Okay, William, we can do a road trip, Lisa. You can come pick me up. I've never done a triple order except on Instacart. Huh. I know Instacart does do triple batch. Is that what it's called? Batches? So I keep also getting questions all the time about Instacart. I have it, guys. Maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll do an Instacart order. I'll be honest. Uh, I just really don't like food shopping for myself. Like, especially during the winter, getting out of your warm, cozy car and going into a supermarket and shopping. I don't know. Maybe I Monday. Maybe. I will say though, I've been looking into is it Go Puff? Is that what the name of it is? In my area, but it's like still 20 minutes away from me. So I would have to like drive to a warehouse and do it there and then drive back. But they are opening up a Amazon warehouse. I've never done Amazon Flex just because the closest Amazon warehouse is 25-30 minutes away from me. So I've never done Amazon Flex, but they're opening up an Amazon warehouse by me, and I'm actually really, really excited. Go Puff, that's it. Thank you. Oh, thumbs down, don't do it. Okay, thank you. I've been looking into it, but I like the closest I think warehouse to me for Go Puff is like 30 minutes away, and I don't know. To me, it doesn't seem very economical to drive 30 minutes and then do deliveries. That's just my take on it so far for my area. I keep looking at different apps to add to my to my mix. DoorDash Revolution, how are you, my friend? Multi-apping provides better offers and opportunities. It does. It absolutely. It's definitely. I am a true multi-apper, true and true. It really is. The more opportunities you have, the more money you end up making. That's why I'm a firm believer. When I am doing this, that I don't put anything on pause until I actually reach my restaurant destination, because not that I do it often, but I always think that there's going to be a bigger, mini unicorn or unicorn order that's going to come through. So that's usually why I keep everything on until I get to the restaurant. And hey, Red Bill, how are you? That's why I usually keep everything on until like I get to the restaurant itself, just because there have been times where you take a $6 order and then all of a sudden, right before you get to a restaurant, you get like a $25 Grubhub order or a, 20 something dollar stacked order from Uber Eats. And you're like, okay, that's a no brainer. Let me get rid of the DoorDash order. And heck yeah, it's $25. So that has happened to me a couple times. I don't recommend it doing very often, but when those orders do arise, like that's why I feel like multi-apping. Hi, Kimberly, how are you? That's why I think multi-apping is such an amazing thing, just because, with one app you have one opportunity, with 3, 4, 5 apps, how many more opportunities do you have to make the money while you're out there? Oh, right along 980. I've had a bit more success lowering my standards on orders like that, but it's also hard to compete with other drivers who are at 100% AR. Yeah, good point. I'm telling you, I will say this, like, I feel like I've this past week, I have taken a lot more orders that I might second guess, and I'm like, "You know what? I'm just gonna take it because what do I have to lose? I'm just gonna take it." And it really is, it's really helping me out by, I don't wanna say I really have standards, but I somewhat have standards. I have in my own mind what my standards are, but, by taking a couple of those lower orders with DoorDash this past week, it has led to, you know, a lot more stacked orders coming in on my end, which then ends up leading to more money, and that's what's made me successful this past week. So I try to, pass on my knowledge to you guys when something is working. So especially when it's, being successful with what I do. But Oh, William, that's interesting. So you've been seeing it too. So William says, I've taken a couple $5.25 in my area lately. And yes, DoorDash has been usually offering add-ons. Yeah, it's usually in my area. It's like 4.75 or 5.75, and then like they'll add on a $6 or even a $5 order, or sometimes even a $7 order, and it's usually either to the same restaurant, which makes it easier, or a restaurant within like the same plaza or even like across the street. And it's been absolutely fantastic. I love it, Lisa. When you come to my market, I have to tell you. So I feel like whenever you come here, like I feel like I have a a ride a ride along buddy that I can, if something goes down. I think the last time DoorDash went down, and I'm like, "Is DoorDash down, Lisa?" And you're like, "Yeah, it is." It was kind of nice to have somebody to go back and forth with, I have to say. Thomas, you're gonna try Instacart this week. Oh, FFF49, thank you so much. Love your videos. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, you guys are amazing. I love doing this with you guys. So thank you so much for coming on this live with me. Like I said, I love interacting with you guys. Every single time I do this, I feel like it's my way of actually. I know you guys. We can't talk to each other, but I feel like we're connecting. So go puff, thumbs down. Okay, interesting. Robin Granny, hi. How are you? Hi, in my area, orders have been getting better, but the tips are low. A lot of fast food I have to go to in different spots to fine dining, etc. What's the rating on Uber? I know you're Diamond. I am not Diamond, my friend. I wish I was Diamond. By order wise, I'm Diamond, but by acceptance rate, I am not Diamond on Uber Eats. I think my Uber Eats acceptance rate right now is 28%. So, uh, yeah. you know, back in the day, like a couple months ago, I would have said you were crazy if you were going to tell me that my DoorDash acceptance rate was higher than Uber Eats. Like if someone would have told me that, I'd be like, you're crazy. There's no way that's ever going to happen. And for whatever this past 2 weeks, whatever I've been doing with DoorDash, yeah, Uber Eats acceptance rates has gone down and DoorDash acceptance rates have gone up. So I can't freaking figure it. I can't figure it out. But I always say I'm going to where the money is. So right now, DoorDash is in my areas where the money's in. So that's where I'm going. But you know what? In a month, 2 months, who knows? Maybe Uber Eats will turn around and I'll be having a different conversation with you guys that Uber Eats is back to being my number one app. I feel like this is so, this what we do. I feel like sometimes it's just so. First of all, you can never understand when a customer is going to order food. You can never predict it, except for obviously your major times like lunch. I mean, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But you never really know. It's kind of unpredictable. Who knows? Who knows what's going on with these apps? I feel like we never know. And I feel like they never communicate very well with the drivers. And that's just my own personal opinion. I feel as though if they communicated better, we wouldn't be so much in the dark and we wouldn't be speculating on things that we don't know about. And I think that's where a lot of our, our miscommunications happen between companies and drivers and what we're doing. But who knows what these apps do? But you know what? I feel like we ride the waves, and it could be different in your area. You might be on a Grubhub wave right now, or you might be on an Uber Eats wave. I would say ride the wave while you can and make your money however you can. And who knows, Instacart, even though I don't do Instacart, but Lisa, you might be better answering at this than I would. But, holidays are here and people are buying for Christmas parties and their holiday dinners. And I would assume, I'm thinking business wise, that Instacart would pick up also during the holiday time because people are buying for their, big family dinners. So that's what I would assume. But I could be completely wrong and you can tell me I'm not because I don't know much about Instacart. Interesting. GoPuff has been having kitchen issues lately. Yeah, I really don't. All I know is I just started researching them in my area, and the closest one was 20 minutes away from me. So Instacart sucks. Okay, good to know. I see. Like I said, I don't do Instacart, so I really can't tell. But those of you who do Instacart, more power to you. It's just not. It's not my thing. It's not. I, I'm just saying. It's just not. I don't think it's my thing. Hmm. Interesting. GoPuff is failing. They would love to sell out, but they have no customer. They have no customer base and no algorithmic value. Interesting. Hmm. Interesting. It will fail the next year. Interesting to know. I've tried that because of you, and it works. Thanks. You're welcome. I'm glad I was able to help you in any way I possibly can. Like I said, I always try to give you information that works in my own area. Hopefully that maybe it might translate to your area. It might not translate to your area. Some of them are just principles and can work anywhere, but um I will say I hopefully my knowledge comes out of here and translates to here. Oh, Josh, that's great. Hello, Kim. I appreciate the last live. Tried out a new zone today and it went well. That's fantastic. It's funny that you said that because, going forward, I myself am I'm going to challenge myself to try new areas in New Jersey just because I just want to challenge myself and get to know different areas of New Jersey. Not only that, but it's really good to know if your area gets through a dead time or a dead spell, you have another area to go to that might be better. You might even find even a better area than the area you're working in. So, hey, congratulations. Good for you for getting out to a new market. And that's another thing. If your area really isn't working out for you, go try a new zone. I'll always say you'd have nothing to lose by trying. I mean, if you're, it's safe, you're already not doing so well, go to another area and still not do so well, or go to an area and you might find something that's fantastic and you might just find somewhere new to go work in. So I always say you really have nothing to lose but trying. Okay. Okay, so real quick, so we'll go into the next topic. So it's Giving Tuesday, so I'm so excited. So, and I did this yesterday without even really I forgetting it was Giving Tuesday. So yesterday I went around to all of my fantastic merchants and literally guys, this will literally cost me it was $1 for a box of candy canes and I was handing out candy canes to merchants yesterday and some of them were like, "Oh my God, thank you so much. It's so nice of you." And some of them just looked at me like I had two hands like, "Why are you handing me this candy cane?" But thank you anyway. But so I did it kind of in twofold. So I did it because I wanted to do it as something fun and spreading holiday cheer and putting a smile on people's faces and really giving back to the merchants I see every single day that I'm out there. But at the same time, I always say kindness goes such a long way. And I like to think that merchants always remember the bad, but I think they always remember the really good as well. And I want to think that, the merchant, a lot of them know me by now. Oh, Thomas, thank you so much. You keep me so motivated. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that super chat. So I I really believe that they really appreciate it and they're going to remember you, and this is my way of getting them to remember me. So they, hoping maybe that, a lot of them know me by now, but you know they might get my order out quicker the next time, or they might see my name pop up on the screen and say, oh, Kim's here, let me get her order. And I think in the long run, kindness goes such a long way that it really helps you dash and deliver and go out. And I really think it might speed up your process, which is why I'm so grateful for the merchants, and I really appreciate what they do. And I'm always super kind to every single one of them, just because if that time ever comes and they are so super backed up and they see me, they're like, oh, Kim's here, let me go get her food. And it really, in the long run, might help the process out. And in turn, it might make my process quicker and I can get out the door quicker and I can get it delivered quicker. And you guys get the picture. But anyway, the majority of it was I just wanted to spread holiday cheer, and you guys are going to see me do this throughout the whole entire month of December, because you guys know me by now. I love Christmas. I love spreading fun and excitement, and I have my Santa hat ready to go, so you guys might see my Santa hat soon. So yeah, I just love Christmas, and I love everything about it. So anyway, so it's Giving Tuesday, so I'm just really all about giving back to the merchants, giving back to you guys. It's Tuesday, so we're here together and just really giving, if you're involved in community service, giving back to your community. But I wanted to bring it home from a, perspective of a driver. And I'm telling you, little things go, such a long way. Look at what a dollar did yesterday. It put how many smiles on people's faces that, it might have made their day that I might not know about. And then my last topic was increase of orders. I think we really covered the majority of it. I went into my DoorDash day, which was under this topic as well, but I've just really seen an influx, whether it's double, stacked orders, triple stacked orders. I've just really seen the holiday. It's here. I'm excited it's here, but money making time for all of us. And I really have seen it. Have you guys seen it? Have you guys have hopefully you guys are seeing the same exact thing. And I feel like there's always so much for all of us to complain about, and you know what, let's put that to use and let's talk about the good, and hopefully everybody's markets are turning around and are making the money as well. Ride along 980. I wish they didn't deactivate. Did Instacart deactivate you? Is that what you're talking about? Michelle, is it difficult to multi-app on one device? No, it is not. And you have to make sure just all your alerts are on. That's the main the main thing, is to make sure all your alerts are on. What I'll do a quick tutorial. Hopefully I can do this with you guys real quick. Might help you out. This is the way I do it. Just go to homepage. Hold on. I'm going to put all three apps up on my phone so you guys can see it. Okay, so when I have all three apps going, if you have an iPhone, I'm sorry, I don't know how Androids work. So hopefully, can you guys see that? Hopefully you can see that. So when I have all three on, I always keep DoorDash on top, just because sometimes I miss their alerts are easier to miss to me than Uber Eats and Grubhub. So I always keep them as the first, but all three apps are on. And if all three apps are kind of like this, then you can see the alerts come up top and you can hear it. And, You just go to whatever orders are coming in. If all three orders are coming in at the same time, then you just have to be really quick with looking at all three orders and taking whatever order is the best out of all of them. So hopefully that helps you out. But that's the best to me, that from what I know, that is the best way that I know how to multi-app, and it's what works for me. But you only need one device. You don't need like three. Someone had asked me if I have three different phones for the three different apps, and I'm not that high tech. I'm not that high tech. I can barely keep up with my one phone, never along three phones. So I think I would lose one if I had three phones. But that is the way I personally multi-app. If you guys do it differently, let me know. But that's the way I personally multi-app. Oh, sorry, looking at this. Grub has been bought by Jet. I did not know that, DoorDash Revolution. I think you taught me something new. I need to get I need to get updated on the news. I did not know that. Red Pill 66. You are so sweet, Kim. Aw, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Just eat takeaway. Interesting. Tom, the candy cane idea was nice of you. Thank you. I just I like putting smiles on people's faces. I hopefully, I spread some holiday cheer throughout the entire month. That's my goal. Just because, once again, kindness is always free. I really truly believe in that. Williamins, are you doing any big traveling for Christmas, or are you both or your family is fairly close? So, my family is close. They're in probably about 40 minutes away from us. So we're just planning on going to my parents. Obviously, we're gonna have Christmas morning here with my little one. I always every year, because she's 4 now, I feel like every year gets more and more exciting. Just because every year she starts to understand more about what's going on. Like, I feel like, at the age of like 2, she like just started to understand. Hey, Mildred, how are you? She just started to understand how to open presents. And then, like, last year, she understood, what a present actually was and that there were toys in there. And she got even more excited. And I know this is totally a personal, story, but last year she was taking, or was it the year before? I can't remember, but she was taking a dance class. It was pre-pandemic, but she was taking a dance class, and I had gotten her new ballerina shoes and a new leotard, and I put it under the tree, and she opened it up, and she goes, I don't want this. And I went to the next toy. So I feel like as she's getting older, each year is like a new experience, and it's so much fun experiencing Christmas again through a kid's eyes and a children's eyes. So I get really super excited around Christmas time because I think I get so much joy out of seeing her excitement. So yeah, that's I just love. But anyway, I plan on going to my parents' house in the afternoon because mornings are obviously here, so Santa can come here and drop all of his gifts for my little one. So, but no, I don't have to travel that far. Knock on wood. Thank you. Oh, more. I'm sorry it's slow by you, but hey, you're here, so thank you for joining me tonight. Aw, I like chilling with you guys too, so thank you. Thank you guys for being here. Okay, hi Thomas. Okay, so that is all I have for you guys tonight. So if you have any, hey Jenny, how are you? Welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the live chat. I really appreciate it. So guys, before we leave today, don't forget to give this live chat a thumbs up. If you are new here and you're not subscribed yet, take time and subscribe. Also, don't forget to hit that bell so you're notified when my latest videos come out. Also, if you guys have any last minute questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them while we have a little bit more time together tonight. I do this every Tuesday at 8 p.m. So you guys can see me every Tuesday at 8 p.m. as well. Hey, Ellen, how are you? I have to tell you, I loved your video going to on your road trip. It was really, I love the music behind it. So thank you for putting that out. I really liked it. So I'm glad you had a really good road trip. Um but yeah. So get them in. Oh, so anyway, every Tuesday at 8 o'clock, I am here with you guys. We'll chat. We'll chat it up. As William said, we'll chill together as well. But I always have so much fun doing this with you guys. Once again, if you guys ever need to get a hold of me, you can. My email is in my description. Also, I'm on Instagram. You guys can message me all the time on Instagram as well. Uh, Good night, Michelle. Thank you for coming. Mm. Do you have any siblings? I have one sister. She is older. I'm the youngest. I'm the baby of the family. She's 5 years older than I am. So yeah, she actually lives in Pennsylvania. So little bit of a distance between the two of us, but we talk almost every single day. So we're still super close. But yeah, I have one sibling. Mm. Okay. So any other questions? Any other topics you guys want to discuss? I was also thinking about possibly doing a TikTok channel. Who knows? If you guys want to see that, give me a thumbs up. We'll see. We'll see if that actually. I'm very reluctant to do that because I'm like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Do a second video of me like singing karaoke style in the car? You guys don't want to hear my voice as I'm belting out the lyrics to a song. Oh, thank you, Mart. Thanks for streaming. We'll try to check it out again. I appreciate you being here. Oh, Michelle, yes, the TikTok. Okay, so I don't know, maybe if you guys all give me a thumbs up, I will try to do maybe get onto TikTok. Oh, Lisa says, yay to TikTok. I'm trying to think of what fun and entertaining things I would do as a delivery driver on TikTok. That's what I keep telling myself. Like I said, I can do karaoke, but I don't think you would want to see that. Are you still trying to be a top dasher? So it's funny. So I was trying to be a top dasher, and I don't want to say it failed miserably because that's very negative, and I don't want to say that. But I stopped it just because it really wasn't working out. The orders I was getting, oh, everybody's giving me a thumbs up. Okay, so maybe I do need to do a TikTok. I don't know. We'll see. I'll let you know if I do. Um, so I stopped my road to becoming a top dasher. And then this past week, I've had such a fantastic DoorDash run for these past like couple of weeks, and DoorDash has been kicking butt in my area. I'm freaking sitting at a 59% acceptance rate. I said if I would have realized where I was at, like I would have gone out today and just did a whole DoorDash day and gotten top dasher, but I didn't think that far ahead, and I totally bad planning on my end. So I am actually close. I don't know. We'll kind of see what next month brings. But I maybe one day I will be a top dasher. I don't know. Okay. So okay, everybody says maybe yes to a TikTok. Okay, maybe. Okay. Thanks, Kim. Have a great night. Dinner time. Okay. Okay, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. I will see you guys next week. Oh, hey PJ, how are you? Yes, thank you. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. No, you're fine. Thanks for joining. Okay, you guys, if you're driving, stay safe and healthy. Remember, kindness is always free, guys. I'll see you in the next live. Peace out.